Hi guys, this is Vincent Njao from Vince Fitness team. We have a new show, we call it the Vince Fitness Podcast, and our aim is to educate, inform, and entertain our clients. This podcast is client-centric. Our aim is to empower and help the clients because we believe there is a huge gap between clients, fitness, and trainers. So we want to clarify for you to know what you need and what you don't need. Basically, is breaking down your goals and making it easier for you as you pursue fitness and health. There was a question about stretching before workouts. Actually, stretching is not bad, but what I'll emphasize on is mobility.
Yes.
Dynamic stretches before, then static stretches after.
Can you please explain what dynamic and static stretching is to us?
Basically, dynamic stretches is more like Pilates. There is movement in the stretch, and static stretch is you hold to a stretching position for a period of few seconds, 10, 5. So I'd recommend you do static stretches after training, and you do dynamic stretches. That this is the kind of mobility we are saying. There's a lot of floor, mat, dynamic exercise you can do before your workout. So that way you're warming up the joints and raising the heart rate, blood flow is there. So I'd recommend mobility before training and static stretching.
Yes.
This is after training. This is kind of yoga kind of stretching style after. Because there's no movement, you hold in one movement for a few seconds, but in mobility, there's movement in that stretch.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that one.
Like I've noticed anytime I'm doing deadlifts, the major lifts, deadlifts, bench, squats, shoulder press, like anytime I do some 15 or 20 minutes of mobility, my squat is really good. I'm actually enjoying squatting. I'm the same person who used to struggle with the back squat.
The back squat. Yeah, you did say that sometime.
You remember?
Yeah.
So I've noticed it becomes so easy.
Yeah.
Anytime I warm up the right way.
Yeah.
I don't need to run. I just do my mobility.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Then after that I can squat.
You can
I
squat.
feel like I'm flexible.
For sure, because then you prep your hips, you prep your all the movements, and this also comes to then what kind of a warm-up are you doing before your exercise. We are used to running on the treadmill and then going straight into your first set. That is very inappropriate because let's say it's a leg day. Let me give an upper body day example. You just run on the treadmill, and then you've put your first set of your shoulder press or your chest press. Your arms in no way, your shoulder socket, nothing has been prepped for that lift. So you need to do a general warm-up, then you need to do a specific warm-up for whatever lift it is that you're doing. It doesn't have to be complicated. Can even be an easier weight, a lesser weight, or just a bar. Of come and then lift, just use the bar on its own or like the least weight possible. Your hip openers, if you're squatting, your ankle mobility, your knees, your hips, everything needs to be prepped. Core activation. Yes.
Actually, if you really want to know how long someone can train, just look at the warm-up. Just look at the warm-up.
For sure.
It will tell you this guy is going to train for a very short time.
And then you're just tired.
Not only on that day, but even in future. And then also that the stretching, the static stretching before, that can actually lead to injuries. We don't hold yoga stretch. I hope that makes sense. Cold muscles. This is what I mean. Initially you get into the gym and it's like snapping a rubber band for the first time. You're just pulling and snapping it. I understand.
There is really no active, your body's not warm, there is no extra flowing of oxygen and blood to those muscles that are just about to be used. So if you're really just standing and pulling your quads and then just straight into a squat, that is really just recipe for disaster. And I don't think I'm wrong on this one. I think more women stretch than men
100%.
The last time we were here, you and I had a conversation about stretching. Did you start stretching?
I started stretching.
But that's true, yes. I feel like more women stretch. Because guys, me when I even warming up, guys just come into the gym, Kwanza they usually say, actually, if I warm up, I'll get tired for the PR that I'm about to, mtu amazatizi, you finished your bench at 80.
It's the other way around, eh?
Now,
if you warm up nicely, you can hit a PR
easily. Precisely. Yeah, so now they're
I think even recovery.
For sure.
A good stretching, mobility facilitates a good recovery. You'll be ready the following day.
Yeah.
Or maybe during the sets. Or
that's the thing, because then a warm up and stretching it enables. So your body is in, let me say, 3 states. But you walk into a gym, this is the way we are right now, our body is in a normal state. When you're going into exercise, that's what the warm up and the mobility is. You need to prep your body to be able to get to that high, because then when you're working out, your body is really in a high. Now, when you're done working out, you just can't leave your body here. You need to bring it to a state of normalcy. Slowly, the same way you warmed up is the same way you need to just bring down your heart rate and everything. Just make sure you are cooling down properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's another myth of training in the morning is better or training in the evening is better. Basically, I don't think there is something like that. Anytime you're available, you hit the gym.
Yeah.
Just hit your workout.
Yeah.
I think whatever works for you, depending on the work schedule.
Yeah.
So there's no specific time that is the best for training.
Yeah.
Because there was a myth that in the morning metabolism is high.
Yeah.
In the afternoon metabolism is low.
Yeah.
It works for some people and doesn't work for some people.
Yeah.
So whatever works best for you, I think.
Yeah. The bit of truth in that, when you think about it in terms of if you really want to control, so at any point of the day, cortisol, which is your stress hormone, will be high. You want to control when that is. So when you wake up in the morning, and a lot of people, even without going into the science of it, a lot of people want to wake up and just get done with the working out. That's also where that myth came from. Sure. So that you can go about your day still on a daily. Because can you imagine, for the love of God, just waking up at 4, going through your day, alafu umetoka kwa office if you need 5, I'm telling you, you need to go to the gym. Yeah, so a lot of people do prefer to just get done with it. Before your brain starts lying and saying, you know, I am not feeling nicely. Before you decide how you're feeling for the day, you just go into it. But ideally, whatever, then if you put that there's a best time in your head to work out, you'll be feeling like, if I didn't work out in the morning, now it's gone. No, not really. I would advise to just look at your schedule. The best time to work out is the best time that you have. Kuna watu wana work out in the middle of the day, lunchtime. Kuna mtu anakwambia, not early in the morning, evening. Wanaiba lunchtime now, they come to the gym, have a quick 45-minute workout, and they go back to work. So whatever works for you is really quite okay. As long as you put in the work and it's a comfortable time and you're able to recover.
What time do you prefer?
You're good.
You're a morning person.
You know, at this point, I don't even know.
Really?
Yeah.
Me,
you're
a morning person.
You're a morning person.
Tell me.
Actually, I would prefer that.
I do so well in the mornings.
In the mornings.
Because afternoons I'm usually slow.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But I've noticed again, if I work out in the afternoon, I struggle sleeping in the evening.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm usually hyper in the evening. I can't sleep.
That's new.
Yeah.
Maybe just be so beat and done. I'm dozing off. I'm just,
See, any time of day?
Yeah. No, but I would prefer in the morning, but then now I really don't have that luxury because my clients...
If I'm working out in the afternoon, it has to be very low intensity kind of training. Maybe walk.
Yeah.
Or maybe bike. Something.
Not something very heavy.
Not something so... high volume or high intensity, I really struggle sleeping.
To be sleeping? Okay. Then
I don't know why.
Your last time of working out, but just cap it at 11. Past that, just forget it about it.
Same case applies with coffee. I can't take my coffee past 11.
Oh, yes, for sure. You're supposed to have...
Anytime past 11 a.m., it's chaos.
Yes. Actually, you're not supposed to... Your last shot or whatever of caffeine, because... the thing with coffee is just caffeine. It's supposed to be 10 hours before bedtime.
10 hours.
10 hours before bedtime. And is it 5 or 6 hours after you wake up? So just do the math. Coffee is not supposed to be the first thing you reach out for when you wake up in the morning. This
water.
Because as I've just said, cortisol will be high at some point in the day. And what happens when we take coffee immediately in the morning is you're not even giving your body time to actually even think if you actually rested well. you're arresting the symptoms of bad sleep and whatever else before they even come up.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like coffee is like it buzzes the information of how your body is feeling to the brain.
Mm.
Yes. So it's supposed to be, it's not the first thing you take when you wake up in the morning, and then it's supposed to be 10 hours before you go to bed.
Because 10 hours is approximately the last 11, 10?
Yeah, so if you're sleeping, maybe you can do 10, 11, backtrack.
I know people who take coffee at 8
just
p.m.
before they sleep.
And they sleep at 8:30.
That shows you just how bad that your relationship with that people do that, but then when you think about it, when you just think about the way your body is feeling and everything, you have a bad relationship between the coffee and your body and cortisol and everything. It's not very good. Yeah.
How much water are you supposed to take when you wake up? You mentioned about water. Should it be warm or cold?
First of all,
a glass or 500 ml.
It's usually said warm water.
I don't want to kill myself with
you
water in the morning.
What? No, you really, I think, can just have. Plus, if you're having your food, your breakfast, I think you even just forget about the coffee. You can have your coffee at around 11. Glass of warm water is fine. People have it with lemon, cold lemon, whatever. I don't know.
Any
I have a problem with
benefits to
taking.
do it with lemon?
I think it's just a preference.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I think it's just a preference. Some people say it helps them not feel hungry because then you're lying to your brain that there's flavor in that water. Yeah.
Okay.
People have different things about lemon water.
Carbohydrates have been demonized a lot, and that's the only source of fuel we have. And it's all about management and control. You need to know how much you need to fuel your body. The only challenge is that it is readily available. The challenge is that we tend to overdo it because most of them are sweet, and you can do them for longer. Yeah, so carbs have been demonized a lot, but they're not bad if you use them correctly.
Yeah. That's why most of the diets that people do, the first thing they're usually told to cut out is carbs. And it's not a very good, if it works for you, fine. But, carbs have they trigger a specific hormone response in you see how excited, it's even, when I tell you to think about chips right now.
Tickles your brain.
Your water is just starting to run into your mouth right now. It's really that bad. So if I keep it away from you for so long, the time that you eat it, you're going to binge.
You're going to overdo it.
You're going to overdo it. You're going to just go all out because it's something that your brain wanted and you eat. Until you eat that thing. First of all, that's how people end up obsessing over
cravings.
Yes.
Okay.
You start eating a bag of chips na mpaka ishe. You can't put it down. So carbs are really okay. The problem is we don't even understand that our fruits and our veggies have carbs. So then when you're eating something like maybe say rice and beans, we don't remember beans have a really good amount of carbs. You have your starchy carbs and then you have your fibrous carbs. So when you're starving, really you want to get a good amount of your carbs from, if you're having your legumes, if you're having your veggies, things like French beans and things like that, they really have a good amount of fibrous carbs.
True.
So really just limit your starchy carbs and try to have them at the most active time of your day. So if you're working out in the morning, immediately after, make sure you're having most of your heavy carbs around that time. Yes, the most active time of day, just try to have them around that time.
Actually, I would recommend, if you're really struggling with carbs and everything, before even you try elimination method of eliminating carbs, just get a nutritionist, get a nutrition plan, get a diet plan, something you can follow. If you follow a nutrition plan for a month, after a month, you'll be able to be telling, this is what I need, I don't need this. For sure. Because you'll be measuring your food, you weigh and measure your food quite often, that it sticks in your mind. You already know what you need.
Yeah.
Or like get a plate there's a plate I used to get from Benya.
Or
the partitioned one.
Yeah.
For protein, carbs and stuff. Very helpful because you know already carbs are supposed to be this size. You understand? So if you're really struggling with carbohydrates, find a nutritionist or somebody who can advise you on way forward. Get a nutritional plan. A diet plan is the way to go.
Yeah.
there's people have been talking about detoxing so much. How fast you lose weight with detoxing. I don't know if it's a myth or it's a reality. It's something we can discuss, because I've seen a lot of people prefer the faster way or the shortcut as opposed to gym to take 8, 9, 1 year. That's too much time. I have a wedding in 3 months.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah.
What would you recommend? Because I don't want to demonize detox. I don't say it's bad, because it works for some people. And I've seen some people it works perfectly. Other people, they try it, they become sick and stuff. What would you recommend? What would you say about it?
First of all, even if I had a wedding in June,
September, 3
if
months
I
time.
had, I don't. But if I had a wedding in December or in September, and someone told me, and one person was telling me, Bede, you'll have lost 10, 15. Okay, if I lost that much, then I'd just be a stick. But if I was bigger and that someone told me I'd lose 10 kgs, and then that person tells me, you know, it's going to take a year for you to... nilishamalizia hapo umeshasema a year, that's just how I'm done with you. Of course, I'm running with the 10 kgs in 3 months, you know? Because if someone told you, even if I told you today, in 2 months, if you paid me, you would not have to work again.
You lose 20
No, you'd be a millionaire. Would you not?
Very fast. And be sleeping
Yeah.
next to your door.
You see, that's the thing. It's the thing is, we've demonized detoxing so much. I'm guilty as charged of it, because I think we didn't understand what clients... first of all, we don't even know what it feels like to be in their shoes. I think you've walked that journey, you've been overweight before, so you might know that if someone gave you that solution then, there would have been no reason for you to not pick it. But first,
considering the kind of pain
that you
struggles
went
you go through,
yes,
automatically
why not?
you'll buy the detox.
Why not? And the thing is, we don't even understand how it works. You cannot bash it because you don't understand how it works. Number one, it sells hope. That's the first place an image to appear with the fitness industry. They are telling people it's possible. We are telling people it's hard, it's not doable, it's very painful, it will take the longest time possible. Now, in whose right mind would I pick this over this? The second thing is, the reason why they work, quote unquote work, is because they put people in an automatic calorie deficit without them knowing that's what they're doing. Because ideally, detox, they'll tell you to do juices at this time, don't eat at this time. So they have, without telling you that you are going to be hungry and this is what is going to happen, they are by default putting you in a calorie deficit. What is the other equation in fitness that you say for eating? You just have to be in a calorie deficit for you to. But then our way sounds harder. So when it comes to detoxing, it really is a matter, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, it's a matter of marketing. But when you talk about in the scientific way, really, your liver is there to do that work for you. In terms of detoxing, that's what your liver is there for your body. I'm going to say you don't need to be, downing all these juices and all these whatevers for you to detox. Because first of all, if you need to detox, the only thing you need to, it means you have toxins in your body, then the only thing you need to stop doing is eating the toxins. Ideally, find out whatever it is that you're eating that you think is toxic, and then just stop eating it.
Yeah. You try by eliminating one by one until you find out what's happening. But detoxing is ideally just puts you in a calorie deficit. And you start most of the things that people always, if you eat some of this fruits and vegetables, what you're going to end up doing is you just lose water weight. And water weight is very easy to lose. That's what happens. On scale, you've lost 5 to 6 kgs in a month. But does the client know it's not weight? They don't know. So they're just happy the weight has gone. So I'd say to each their own, but if you really understand the basics of detoxing, then you can really decide whatever is best for you. If you understand the basics of it and you understand it just puts you in a calorie deficit. But I would not advise doing the detoxes that tell you to not eat for this number of hours. For the people who start feeling, you have headaches, you have, if it's something that, let me tell you,
if it's something that a child cannot do, that's how I usually tell my clients. If it's something that a child cannot do, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not
if
safe.
you cannot put a child on a less than 1,000 calorie diet, that looks like I can't even explain what that is. If a child can't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because a child is a person who needs the list.
True.
You're a whole working adult who needs to be going around doing work. You have kids to run around. So imagine how much more food you need.
Yeah.
So if a child can't do it, don't do it. Just live by that rule, you'll be fine.
That's so basic.
Yeah.
This show was recorded and produced at Represented Studio in Nairobi, Kenya.